Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome back. And today I'm reviewing the new cigar from Kino Cigar Company, which is Bill Ives and Wine Council Protocol Boys. This is the Jane Doe. And most of you won't be able to tell what's on this band because there is nothing. This is called the Jane Doe because that's the name given to unidentified persons, which happen to be female. Now, this follows up the successful John Doe series, which actually I was not a part of. Those skipped right by me, but that's okay. We've got these. This comes in one size only. This 6x52 box pressed Toro. These, I hope you got some because they're probably the way they describe the John Does now, unicorns, because they came and went very quickly. Here is your density. Now these came in bundles of 10, so you can see that it's lost some of its box pressed structural integrity, but boy, I'm going to tell you, the top may be a little suspect, but that bottom is sharp and flat as it can be. But it's box pressed. Nothing is known about the cigar. Following the unknown victim Jane Doe theme, no binder, no filler, no wrapper. The only thing I do know is that they're made in the La Zona factory in Esteli, which is the Espinosa boys made these for Juan and Bill. So let's just get right to it. Absolutely as blank of a band as you can find, and myself included, along with Juan and several people, have a little fun with putting your own description on there and snapping a picture and putting it on Facebook. We had fun with that. But anyway, let's get right to this. The new Protocol Jane Doe. All righty. Give it a clip here. Good draw. These have been around for just over a month. And as I said, I hope you had a chance to get some. As with any cigar, there are probably ways to find them, but these did sell out the first 2 hours they were on the market. So it's going to be tough. Well, your first flavors are very nice, pronounced, defined orange citrus with a ton of cinnamon. One of the highest cinnamon rated cigars I've had in a while. Quite a bit of brown sugar, a very thick, creamy nutmeg. And you'll see what I mean when you have the cigar with a black coffee base. There's black pepper at the outset, very close to an 8. And I believe that pretty much sums up how it starts. Really nice and sweet. The very thick, creamy nutmeg is probably all that keeps it from being 100% sweet, except for the coffee, of course. But it's a very nice, sweet cigar to start with. Let's just see where we go from here. Well, here we are at the first third. Band is still blank. All right. Let me start out on this by telling you a little story. Juan and Bill respect my opinion, And they contacted me after I got my bundle. I bought this bundle 10 and asked me to try one. I mean, like the second day after it arrived. And I said, well, I really would like to have them sit for a while because they've come through the mail and what have you. And that. They said, no, go ahead and try one. Just try one and let me know what you think. So I did, and I did tell them what I thought. And I said, I believe it's going to improve with some time. Boy, did it. This is almost like a different cigar. That rest, folks, does them good. When you get something UPS, USPS, FedEx, however, if you don't pick it up from the store, let them sit for at least 2 weeks. This has been a little over a month, and man, what a difference. The flavors are pretty much like I described. The cinnamon is so nice because it's so high. The citrus and brown sugar is a little bit up now, but it's just what I like, and I'm going to describe it. But understand, I really like the flavors. A very pronounced sweet orange citrus, cinnamon, and lots of it, brown sugar, and lots of it, creamy nutmeg, which has actually come down to manageable levels now, and a black coffee base. Tons of black pepper. It's still upwards of an 8 right now, close to it, 7.5, maybe the lowest. The finish is nice, sweet orange citrus and nutmeg. Maybe a touch of cream. Nice lingering black pepper. Medium bodied, leaning toward medium to full. This is a really tasty cigar. It has really blossomed. I don't know if Bill and Juan realized the difference that this little bit of time has made, but it's tremendous. This is another cigar that's right up Tim's alley. I'm rating the first third at 95. The flavors in this cigar, I could have that every day, 2-3 times a day. It's just very tasty. It's not overly powerful at this point, but it's just so tasty. So let's cross our fingers that it holds this, but let's see what the second third brings. End of the second third. A few things changed in the second third. The intense orange citrus was toned down. The brown sugar was still good. The cinnamon was also a little toned down. The nutmeg had more of a toasted nutmeg flavor, and it was a little bit elevated. The black coffee was also a little bit elevated. So it has changed. It has not changed for the worst, but it did change enough that it's going to affect the score. The sweetness is still there. It's still nice and sweet, and you're going to enjoy the cigar in the second third, but you're going to notice changes. The finish is pretty much unchanged. Maybe a little more nutmeg on the finish now. A little more lingering black pepper on the finish now. Medium to full body. I'm going to call it medium to full body. But with these minor slight changes, which are detectable, and you will see that, I'm lowering the score to 94. Still really good, but it's not quite as good as it was when it started, in my opinion. So we have a third to go. Let's see what happens. Well, we are down to the end, so let's wrap it up. Pretty much held firm with the second third here in the final third. it seemed like here at the very end, there was a little bit of a sweet almond in the mix, and I don't know where that came from, but the citrus was nice, brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, black coffee, and that little unknown where it came from, sweet almond, raw almond. Just a little bit, but it was in there, so I'm reporting it. Medium to full, finishes unchanged. Good cigar. You know, it's just this look is one of we can't get any more, and so that sucks. But if you got them or if you get them, you're going to enjoy it. For the final third, I'm holding 94. And it's just one of those things where I'm glad I got a chance to try it. I've got a couple left. I've gone through them. But gave one to my neighbor today because I was talking to him about what I was reviewing today, so I gave him one. But anyway, your overall score is a very respectable, very nice 94.33. So Bill and Juan, I don't know what you expected after our first initial encounter with what the cigar was 2 days after it arrived, but it has really blossomed into a nice cigar. So there you have it. The new, albeit unicornish, Protocol Jane Doe, 94.33.